Here I forget to update send command and what others text editor. I will update today. Okay. So yesterday what we have started our discussion, guys. We have started our discussion about file permissions. File permissions, guys. So initially, right, in initial sessions, guys, as I told, in Linux, everything will be represented as files only. Whether it is a directory file or normal text file, everything will be represented as files only. In Linux, everything will be represented as files only. In Linux, everything will be represented as files only, guys. Okay, so Linux is a multi-user based operating system, that also we told already. Linux is a multi-user based operating system. Linux is a multi-user based operating system. What is meant by multi-user based operating system, guys? Simultaneously, multiple people can connect with our Linux machine and they can perform the different operations. See, guys, I have a Linux machine in the AWS cloud. Right? So you can connect to the same Linux machine. I can connect the same Linux machine simultaneously, and we can perform different operations. You can perform the read operation, and I can perform the write operation. Same Linux machine. Multiple people will connect simultaneously, and they can perform different operations, guys. But if you go to Windows, we don't have this facility. At a time, multiple people can't able to connect to the Windows operating system, guys. Okay, so in Linux, we have two types of files are available. In Linux, we have two types of files are available. Two types of files are available. What two types of files are there? One is directory file. One is the directory file. Second one is the normal text file. Second one is the normal text file, guys. Directory file and the normal text file, guys. Okay, so now how you can tell whether the file is a directory file or text file? Yesterday we have seen, guys. See here, let me go to here. Yesterday we have seen, guys. Here, so give ls-l. So is there any files are available? No, 0 files are there. Now let me create a file, guys, by using touch command. f1.txt file we are creating. So now here you can check ls-l. Here we have a file f1.txt, guys. f1.txt file is available, right? And here I am going to create one directory file also, mkdir DevOps. I am creating. Now here ls-l. See, guys, here we have two files are available. One is the directory file and another one is the normal text file. How you can tell which one is the directory file, which one is the normal text file? Based on the first character. If the first character is D, then that is the directory file. If the first character is hyphen, then that is the normal text file. Based on the first character, we can tell whether it is a directory file or normal text file. If the first character is D, then that is the directory file. If the first character is hyphen, then that is the normal text file. Okay, see, guys. Right. See, next here, a file have three types of permissions, guys. A file have three types of permissions. What three types of permissions are there? Read permission, write permission, and execute permission. A file contains three types of permissions. One is the read permission, write permission, and execute permission. Here we have RWX. R represents read permission, W stands for write permission, X represents execute permission, guys. So these are the three types of permissions a file contains. And if you have the read permission, you can read the data which is available in the files. If you have the read permission, you can read the data which is available in the file, guys. If you have the write permission, you can write the data inside the file, guys. If you have the execute permission, you can install the software packages and you can execute the shell script files, guys. Right here, we have three types of permissions. One is read permission, write permission, and execute permission. Let me write the point. A file can have three types of permissions. What three types of permissions are there? One is read permission. And read stands for R, we will take this. Next we have write permission. W. Write means W we will use. Next we have execute permission. Execute permission. Here we will use X, guys. X we will use it here. See guys, read permission, write permission, and execute permission, guys. Okay. If you have the read permission, what you can do, guys? Right. If you have read permission, you can read the data. You can read the data which is available in the file, guys. Which is available in the file. And if you have the read permission, you can read the data which is available in the file. So next, guys, write permission, guys. If you have write permission, right, you can write the data. You can write the data inside the file, guys. Inside the file. If you have read permission, you can read the data. If you have write permission, you can write the data in the file, guys. Next, if you have the execute permission, what you can do, guys? You can install the software packages, and you can execute shell script files, guys. You can execute shell script files. Both you can do. Okay? Read it, guys. A file can have three types of permissions. One is the read permission, write permission, and execute permission. If you have the read permission, you can read the data which is available in the file. If you have write permission, you can write the data inside the file. If you have the execute permission, you can install the software packages and you can execute the shell script files. Guys, have a look into this. A file can have three types of permissions. These are the three types of permissions: read, write, execute. Let me take this, guys. So here, so based on the first character, so we can tell, based on the first character, we can tell whether that file is a directory file or normal text file, guys. And we can tell whether the file is a directory file or normal text file, guys. See here, first character is D. In the above example, The first character, the first character is D. The first character is D. Then, then DevOps file. Then DevOps file. DevOps is a directory file. Then DevOps is a directory file. See guys, here observe carefully. Right, if the in the above example the first character is what guys, D, then this DevOps file is what, directory file guys, directory file. So now let me take second example here. It's better to take this one below. Okay, now clear. So next case. Here let me take this one also. Okay, but here let me add in the below example, the first character is hyphen. The first character is hyphen. Then at f1.txt file, f1.txt file is normal text file. Normal text file guys. Normal text file. Then f1.txt file is a normal text file. Clear guys? And when we can say a file is a directory file or a text file guys, based on the first character. Based on the first character we can tell guys. Okay? If first character is hyphen, right, then it is a normal text file. If first character is D, then that is the right, directory file guys. Okay. Right. So now observe carefully guys. Now observe carefully. Now here, let me take one more example guys. So let me take this example. This one only I am taking here. Okay. Here what I am going to do guys, and on f1.txt file, guys, here we have three people guys, and user is available, group is available, others is available. User is nothing but owner of the file guys. User is nothing but who? The owner of the file. Here we have three parties are available. One is the user, second one is the group, third one is the others guys. And here how many characters are there? Total 10 characters are available. See guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 10 characters are available. So by using first character we can tell whether it is a non-text file or directory file. So remaining 9 characters will talk about the file permissions. Remaining 9 characters will talk about the file permissions. Here we have total 10 characters. Out of these 10 characters, first character will tell whether that file is a directory file or normal text file. Remaining 9 characters will talk about the file permissions. See guys, and here we have total 10 characters are available. 10 characters are available. Right. So in this 10 characters, out of these 10 characters, in these 10 characters, first character will tell whether a file is directory file or text file, right? So remaining 9 characters will talk about file permissions. Guys, see here how many characters are there? 10. Out of this 10, first character always tell whether the file is directory file or normal text file. Remaining 9 characters will talk about the file permissions, guys. Okay, so in that 9 characters, guys, first 3 are the user permissions, second 3 are the group permissions, last 3 are the others permissions, guys. Okay, so in 9 characters, right, first three are user permissions, right? Second three characters are group permissions, and last 3 characters are others permissions. Last 3 characters are others permissions, guys. See, guys, here these are the 9 characters we have. Guys. See here, let me take this one separately here. Okay, so like this I have taken it here. And here first one will tell the file type, last 9 will represent the file permissions. In this, first 3 are the user permissions, second 3 are the group permissions, last 3 are the others permissions, guys. Okay, so now read it, guys. Once I have a look into this, what I have written, please go through this once. Okay, fine. Here, f1.txt is a normal text file. Guys. f1.txt is a normal text file, guys. Root, you can not root van, root. Right here, you can say owner. Root is separate. You can say owner of the file. Here we have the 2 types of users. One is the root user. Second one is the normal user. Right, root user. I will come to root user. Wait. See, guys, here f1.txt file is what? Normal text file, guys. So on f1.txt file, user have read permission, write permission. Guys, if you observe this, guys, and on this f1.txt file, first 3 will talk about the user permissions. User have only R and W. There is no X. In the place of X, hyphen we have. Hyphen means there is no permission. So means only we have read and write permission for the user, guys. User have only read and write permissions on f1.txt file. Means User can read this f1.txt file and user can write the data inside the f1.txt file, but user can't able to execute anything, guys. User can't able to execute anything. Why? Because he don't have the execute permission. Okay, so now same on f1.txt file, what permissions group have? What permissions group have, guys? And on f1.txt file, what permissions group have? On f1.txt file, group have read permission only. Read permission only. See, guys, here R is there, W press hyphen is there, execute press also hyphen is there. So group have only read permission. Group have only read permission. Okay, so next, guys. On f1.txt file, others, guys. On f1.txt file, others have what permissions, guys? Only read permission. Others also have only read permission, guys. Let's have a look into this. So this is our f1.txt file. Right here, first character will talk about the file type. Next three characters will talk about the user permissions. User have read and write permission. Next three characters will talk about the group permissions. Group have only read permission, and the last three characters will talk about the others permissions. Others have only read permissions, guys. Have a look into this. Next, guys, let me take another example. Here we have one more, right? We have directory file also, right? Let me take the directory file. Go down. Here, DevOps is a directory file. Directory file. This DevOps is a directory file. See, guys, this is the directory file, guys. Okay, so now on DevOps file, on DevOps file, what user have? On DevOps file, user have read, write, and execute permissions. Read, write, execute permissions are the read, write, and execute. All permissions user have. So next, guys, on this DevOps file, group have what permissions, guys? Read permission and execute permission. There is no write permission. Read and execute permission. Read and execute permission, guys. Okay. So what about others, guys? What about others on DevOps file? Others have read and execute permissions, guys. On DevOps file, others also have read and execute only. Read and execute permissions. Read and execute permissions, guys. Guys, have a look into this. And on this f1.txt file, what permissions user have, what permissions group have, what permissions others have. And on DevOps directory file, what permissions user have, what permissions group have, what permissions others have, we mentioned it here, guys. Okay, so now, is it possible to change the permissions or not? Is it possible to modify the file permissions or not? Yes. Yes, we can modify it. Right, group in the sense, whenever you created a file, whenever you created a user, that user belongs to particular group. That user belongs to particular group. A group can contain one user or multiple users also. A group can contain one user or multiple users also. Right? For every user, by default, one group will be created with the same username. Right? If you want, you can keep a user in any other particular group. Today, I will create Raju user. By default, for Raju, one group will be created with the name Raju. And if you want, you can keep Raju in the DevOps group, or you can keep Raju in the AWS group also. Okay. Group means set of users, multiple users. Okay. Fine. Fine. Now here, right. So modifying the permissions, guys. I want to modify the file permissions. How you will modify the permissions, guys? Modifying file permissions. Modifying file permissions. How you will modify the file permissions, guys? Guys, observe carefully. Observe carefully, guys. If you want to modify the file permission, how you will modify? Now let me go to here, guys. Here we have f1.txt file. And on this f1.txt file, user have read and write permission. If you want to modify the file permission, right, we have one command, guys. We have one command that is called chmod command. Chmod command, guys. By using that chmod command, we can modify the file permissions. Right? By using it chmod command, we can modify the file permissions. We can modify the file permissions. Which command we need to use? Chmod command we need to use to change the file permissions, guys. Okay. So next, guys, by using this chmod, we can add the permissions. Here, modifying the permissions means what you can do. You can add the permissions and we can delete the permissions, guys. By using chmod, chmod, we can add the permissions. We can add the permissions, or we can delete the permissions also, and we can remove the permissions. Both you can do, guys. You can add and you can remove the permissions also. Next, guys, if you want to add the permission, then we need to use plus symbol. If you want to add the permission, to add the permissions, we will use plus symbol, guys. This plus symbol we will use to add the permissions. Okay, to remove the permissions, right? So we will use this minus symbol. We will use this minus symbol, guys. To add the permission, we will use plus symbol. To remove the permission, we will use minus symbol like this, guys. Minus symbol, we will use it here. Okay, fine. So now let me take the example, guys. Now let me take the example. Same existing example only I am taking. So this is the right. This one I am taking as the example, guys. Okay, go down. Right. So now how to add the permissions, how to remove the permissions, we'll see. How to add the permissions, how to remove the permissions, we'll see here, guys. Okay, so this is the file f1.txt I am taking. On this f1.txt, user have read permission and write permission. Now I want to add the execute permission to the user, guys. I want to add the here, right, user have only read and write permissions. Now let me go to here. User have only read and write permission. There is no execute permission to the user. So now here what I want to do, I want to add, 1 minute, guys. Here I want to add execute permission, guys. How you will add the execute permission? By using chmod command. Chmod. To whom you want to add the permission? For users. Users means you we need to take. Right? Do you want to add the permission or remove the permission? Add the permission. For adding plus the symbol we need to take. Which permission you want to add? Read permission means R. Write permission means W. Execute permission means X. Here I want to add execute permission X. See, guys, U stands for user, plus represents you are adding the permissions, X stands for executes. On which file? On f1.txt file. See guys, by using chmod on this f1.txt file, we are adding execute permission to the user. We are adding execute. U means user plus we will use to add the permissions. X stands for execute. U plus X means for user we are giving the execute permission on f1.txt file. For this we are going to use chmod command. Chmod command guys. Enter. Okay. Now let me check. Right guys, earlier here we have only read and execute permission is there, read and write permission. Now I have added the execute permission. I want to verify whether execute permission is added or not. How we will verify? Just to do ls-l. Oh, see guys, here you can see read, write, execute permission. X also came. Read, write, execute permission. You have added execute permission to the user. You have added execute permission to the user by using chmod command. Okay, fine. So next guys, next here we have only read permission guys. Here if you take group guys, group have only read permission. Group doesn't have the write permission and execute permission. Then I want to add the write permission to the group. I want to add the write permission to the group. How you will add chmod to whom I want to add group guys. So G I am taking. Do you want add or remove? Add. So plus I want to take. Which permission you want to add? Write permission. W I am taking. On which file? f1.txt. f1.txt. Now you can check ls-l. See guys, here user have read, write, execute permission. Right, group have read and write permission. Just now we have added the write permission guys. Very good. So now I want to remove the write permission to the group guys. Here group have the read permission and write permission. Now I want to remove the write permission for the group. How you will do? Same chmod command I am going to use. Chmod. Right, from right to whom you want to remove the permissions guys? Group. So G I am taking. Right, do you want add or remove? Right, remove guys. Minus I need to take. Which permission do you want to remove? Write permission. W I am taking. On which file? f1.txt file. f1.txt file. Now here you can see guys, ls-l. See here, group have again only read permission. We have removed the write permission for the group guys. Okay, next here others are there. Others have read permission guys. Others have read permission. Others doesn't have the write and execute permission. Now I want to add the execute permission to the others. How we will add chmod? Others means what we need to take? Go we need to take. Adding means plus we need to take. Execute means X we need to take. On which file? f1.txt file. f1.txt file. So now here ls-l. Here you can see guys. See here others have read permission and execute permission. So like this, by using chmod command, we can add the permissions. We can remove the permissions also. Right? See, for adding the permissions, we will use plus operator. For removing the permissions, we will use minus operator. Let me add this point here. And here I am going to write here for user I wanted to add execute permission. Execute permission guys. I want to add execute permission. And how you will add guys? It is chmod to whom I want to add user. You right adding right plus execute means X on which file? f1.txt file. So this is the command which we need to run guys. This is the command which we need to run to give the permissions, to add the permissions guys. Okay. So next guys, here I wanted to remove read permission. I want to remove read permission for group guys. I want to remove read permission for group. How we will do? chmod group means G, remove means minus, right? Which permission? Read permission R, right? On which file? f1.txt file. f1.txt file. Next here I wanted to add right write permission to to others, guys. Write permission to others. Write permission to others. Right? How you will do, guys? I want to add right here. I want to add write permissions to others, guys. How you will do here? Right? chmod others means O. Right here, which permissions? Right. So W on which file? F1.txt file. So like this, by using chmod, you can add the permissions and you can remove the permissions also. For adding the permission, we need to use plus operator. For removing the permissions, we need to use minus operator. Here U stands for user, G stands for group, O stands for others. Right here R stands for read, W stands for write, X stands for execute. Like this, we can add and remove the permissions, guys. Okay. So next, guys. Next. That in interview, they won't ask the permissions like this, guys. They will ask how you will modify the file permissions by using numeric numbers. Right? File permissions with the numeric numbers they will ask in the interviews, guys. How you will do, guys? How you will do with the numeric numbers? See, guys. File permissions with the numeric numbers. File permissions with numeric numbers. Okay, guys, here I will give some list of numbers. You guys need to remember that, guys. See here, I am giving 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here 7. 7 I am giving. These numbers you need to remember, guys. Here 0 stands for what, guys? 0 means what? 0 means no permissions. No permissions, guys. Right here, right? So earlier, no permission means what we are using? Hyphen. Hyphen means no permission. But coming to numeric numbers, 0 stands for no permissions, guys. No permissions. Next, guys, what this 1 will represent? What this 1 will represent, guys? Here 1 will represent only execute permission. Only execute permission. Only execute permission, guys. Next we have 2, guys. What this 2 will represent? What this 2 will represent, guys? 2 means only write permission. 2 means only write permission, guys. Or 1 means only execute permission. 2 means only write permission. Next here we have 3, guys. What this 3 represents, guys? What this 3 represents? Execute and write permissions. 1 means only execute permission. 2 means only write permission. 3 means execute and write permission, guys. 3 means execute and write permissions. Execute and write permissions, guys. Next we have 4, guys. 4 means what, guys? Only read permissions. Only read permission. 4 means only read permission. 5 means what, guys? Read and execute permission. 5 means read and execute. Read and execute permission. Read and execute permission. 6 means what, guys? Read and write permission. 6 means read and write permission. Read and write permission. Last, guys, 7, guys. 7 means what, guys? Read, write and execute permission. Read, write and execute permission. Read, write, execute permission. Guys, have a look into this. These numbers you need to remember. 0 means no permission. 1 means only execute permission. 2 means only write permission. 3 means execute and write permissions. 4 means only read permission. 5 means read and execute permission. 6 means read and write permission. 7 means read, write and execute permission. If you want to give full permissions to any person, if you want to give full permissions to the user, if you want to give full permissions to the group, if you want to give full permissions to the others, then which number you need to use? 7 you need to use. 7 means what? Full permissions. Read, write and execute permission. If you want to give read and write permissions only, if you want to give read and write permissions only, then you need to use 6 number. If you want to give read and execute permission, then you need to give 5 number. If you want to give only read permission, then use 4, guys. If you want to give only execute permission, then use 1. And if you want to give only write permission, then use 2. Like this, and we will give the permissions, guys. Find permission, we will give like this by using numbers. We'll see practically, guys. We'll see practically how to use these numbers, guys. Okay. Right. So now let me take same example, guys. Whatever the example we have, let me take same example. See here, I am going to take same example. Okay, right. Here what I am going to do. I want to give all permissions for the user, guys. Currently, user have only read and write permission. Currently, user have only read and write permission. Now, I want to give all permissions. Let me create one more file. Let me create one more file here. Touch, and here f2.txt. Now here ls-l. So now here user have read and write permission. Now I want to give full permissions. I want to give all permissions to the user. Then what we need to do? chmod. See guys, here I am giving 7 and 0. 0 stands for what? No permission. Here I f2.txt. And 0 stands for no permission. What is the meaning for this, guys? For user, we are giving the full permissions. For group, we are removing all the permissions. For others also, we are removing all the permissions. Here, what does it mean? Users will have all the permissions, read, write, and execute permission. Group 0 means there is no permissions for the group. Others 0 means there is no permissions for the others. Here if you observe this, user have read write permission, group have only read permission, others have only read permission. By executing this command, what will happen? We'll see. Enter. Now check ls-l. See here, only for user you are giving the full permissions, read, write, and execute. For group, you have removed the read permission. For others also you have removed the permissions. For this, what I have given? 700. 700 I have given. See guys, suppose if I give like this, chmod 7 f2.txt. What will happen, guys? Guys, respond. If I give like this, what will happen? Guys, please respond. Not for others, guys, not for others group, guys. And here, if you give only 7 like this, here if you give only one number like this, right, all permissions will give for others, guys, not for user and group. Here, it will consider this one as the others permission. It will consider this one as the others permissions. Full permissions will go to others, guys. Now let me run this. Enter. Now here ls-l. See here, others got the full permissions. For user and group, 0 permissions. For user and group, 0 permissions. If you give single number, then it will go for others only. For user and group, right? 0 guys. Even if you are not mentioning also, 0 permissions only will go for users, guys. Okay. Now I want to give full permissions to the group, guys. I want to give full permissions to the group, and users and others 0 permissions I want to give. I don't want to give any permissions to users. I don't want to give any permissions to others. Only for group I want to give the full permissions. Then what we will do? chmod 0, right? 7 0 on f2.txt file. f2.txt. What does it mean? For user you are giving the 0 permission. For others you are giving the 0 permission. For group you are giving the full permission. Now here ls-l. See guys, now here users 0 permission, right? Group have the full permission, others have the 0 permission. So like this you need to give. Alright. So in interview they will ask like this, guys. In interview they will ask the question like this. To give all permissions for user, Right, read and execute permission for group, write and execute permission for others. What you need to do, guys? Let me write here. Let me write here, guys. Right here, right. Right, give all permissions for user. What you will do? What you will do for this, guys? So here chmod all permissions for user, right? 700 on f1.txt file. f1.txt file. Right, give all permissions to group, guys. Give all permissions to group, guys. Then what you need to do at here, chmod at 070 on f1.txt. Right, next, guys, give all permissions to others. What we need to do here, chmod 007 you can use, or only 7 also you can use, guys. f1.txt. So like this, right, we can give the full permissions to the user, we can give the full permissions to the group, we can give the all permissions to the others, guys. Now in interview they will ask a question like this. In interview they will ask the question like this, guys. What they will ask, guys? In interview they will ask the question like this. Fine. See, let me write the question here, guys. To give all permissions for user. For user, I want to give all the permissions. Right. Read and execute permissions for group, guys. Group, read and execute permission for groups. Right, write and execute permission. Write and execute permission for others, guys. For others, write and execute permission for others, guys. What you will do for this? What you will do, guys? And for this, what you will do? See here, what I want to do. I want to give all permissions to the user, read and execute permissions for group, write and execute permission for other guys. Okay. For this, what we need to do, guys? Here, same chmod command we need to use. Same chmod command we need to use, guys. Chmod for users all permissions means 7 we need to use. For group, read and execute permission. Read and execute permission means which number we need to use? 5 we need to use. 5 we need to use. Next here, write and execute permission. I want to give write and execute permission for others, guys. Write and execute permission means what we need to use? Execute and write means 3 we need to use it here. 3, 753 on f1.txt file. Right, like this they will ask the questions in the interviews, guys. So like this they will ask, right, to give all permissions for user, read and execute permission for group, write and execute permission for others, guys. How we will do? By using numeric numbers. chmod 7 means all permissions, 5 means read and execute, 3 means write and execute, guys. Like this we can give the permissions to right, user, right, group, others on f1.txt file. Is that clear, guys? How you will give the permissions? Five permissions are clear. By using numeric numbers we can give the permissions, and by using this, right, alphabets also we can give the permissions, guys. Right, if you want to modify the five permissions, then which command we need to use? Chmod command we need to use. To add the permissions, we are using plus operator. To remove the permissions, we are using minus operator. Here U stands for user, G stands for group, O stands for others. R stands for read permission, W stands for write permission, X stands for execute permission. right? By using numeric numbers, if you want to modify the file permissions, then here 0 means no permission, 1 means only execute permission, 2 means only write permission, 3 means execute and write permission, 4 means only read permission, 5 means read and execute permission, 6 means read and write permission, 7 means read, write and execute permissions. Clear, guys? Guys, please try to join sharp 7:30, guys. At 7:40 also, but a lot of people are not joining, guys. Only few people are joining. If you guys join by sharp 7:30, we can cover more. See, now today I plan to complete that user accounts also. If I start user accounts, I can't able to finish, guys. I can't able to finish. Right, it will take time. At least 40 minutes are required, guys. 40 minutes are required for user accounts and all. And try to join by 7:30 sharp. People are joining till 7:45. At least tomorrow try to join by sharp 7:30. Tomorrow we will finish user accounts, guys. User accounts and chown command is there, very important command. What is the chown command? Right. So by using chown command, how we can change the file ownerships and all. Next we'll try to understand locate commands, locate command and find command. Right. So we'll try to finish at least these things, guys. We'll try to finish at least these things. I need 2 more sessions, guys. I need 2 more sessions to complete all these things. File wise only we will give the file permissions. Files wise only we will give the permissions here, guys. Okay, practice this file permissions, guys. And yesterday I forget to update here send command and write editor, text editor command, and I will update those things and I will share these notes. Please practice, right? So until this file permissions, tomorrow we will finish user accounts and locate command, find command, chown command, right? All these things we'll try to finish it in tomorrow's session, guys. Right? Please join sharp 7:30, guys. How to remember means you need to by heart. There is no other option. 0 means what? 1 means what? You need to by heart. Okay. Fine, guys. Fine. Thank you. Tomorrow, please join at sharp 7:30. CH mod 777. If you use 777, all will get all permissions. User will get full permission, group will get full permission, others also will get full permission. Asterisk will take all. Asterisk means, let me check. I never checked this. What you are saying, ch mod. Okay, you are saying all the files in the present working directory. Okay, let me check, guys. Ch mod 777 right here, asterisk. No, we can't able to use asterisk like that. Okay, so in the place of files, if you give asterisk, okay. Now let me check ls-n. Wow, great. Okay, guys. So here the asterisk means it will represent the present working directory. If we use asterisk, right, so all the files we are getting all permissions, guys. Great. Thanks, Lakshmi. I never tried this. See here we are getting all permissions for all. Asterisk. Good. But it is not recommended, Lakshmi. Why? Why? Because if you do like this, what will happen, right? Unnecessarily, you are giving all permissions for all people, right? So, in the companies, do you get the access for everything? Do you get the access for everything? No, right? So, whatever we require, those things only we will write, we will give, right? Here, if you run this asterisk command, everyone will get all the permissions, right? For everyone will get all the permissions. So others read permission, anybody can read. Anybody can read, others can read, group can read, users can read. We can give the read permissions. But we want to give execute permission for the others. Right? Only owner we will give the execute permissions. Right? We won't give execute permission for others. If you use asterisk like that, right, everyone is getting all the permissions. Correct? Correct or not? Right. In interview, if they ask, is there any option to give full permissions to all the, right? So for see here, see guys, if you want to give read permission for all, you can use it. Specific permissions if you want to give on all the files. See, for users, I want to give all permissions on all these files. Then you can use u press. See guys, here user means only read permission means what number we need to use. See like this. 1 minute. chmod. And here I want to give only read permission, guys. Read permission means what? Right, 4. 4 guys. Then what I will do? Right, 4 means 4 I will use 4. Okay, right, has to. Now check ls hyphen. See guys, for everyone we are giving only read permission. Everyone can have the read permission, no problem. But execute permission and write permission, we won't give for all guys. To whom we want to give, and for those people only we will give. If you use 777 hashtag means, right, everyone will get all permissions. That is not recommended. You need to check what permissions we need to give, and to whom what permissions we need to give, that you need to verify, and based on that you need to give the permissions. Okay, fine guys, please practice this file permissions. Tomorrow we will discuss user accounts and all guys. Remaining things we will discuss in tomorrow's session. Thank you guys, thank you. Anyone have any questions?
No, sir.
Fine, thank you guys.